Hello YouTube, I'm returning, and this week I'm bringing you the Lumberjack. Yes, not just some tips and tricks, but I'm also going to debunk a few myths revolving around the Lumberjack. And to start off, I'm going to let you know, a lot of Lumberjacks are wasting money. They're buying all these colored hatchets and they don't have to, and here is why. This chart shows, as you can see, that in order to get Averwood at tier 13 harvest, you only need to use an exceptional copper hatchet and you have a 100% chance to get the Averwood. And then at tier 15, you only have to use exceptional master crafted regular iron hatchet. So you're wasting a lot of money if you're using a Verite hatchet when you have tier 15 harvest aspect. In addition to that, you're all like, well, if I'm using Averite hatchets, I must be getting better chances to get rare wood. Wrong again. As you can see here, you don't actually affect it by using a colored hatchet. It has no outside perimeters. Whatever that tree spawned as is what the tree is. So you using all these colored hatchets isn't actually getting you more colored wood. Now let's get into the actual lumberjack builds. Here is a more traditional lumberjack. It has camping to maximize that weight out so that you just fill up on logs, or a PK runs you off. Either which way, you're just trying to fill up as much wood as possible. And then you have the 80 anatomy, 80 healing for survivability, 120 lumberjack, of course, to get the maximum amount of wood possible, 80 resist spells for survivability, 80 tracking, and then 100 swords, 100 tactics in case you want to fight back versus the PK, or if a thief comes and tries to steal your wood, you can kill them. And then my current build for my lumberjack here is pretty much the same, except I substituted the 80 camping out for 80 alchemy. The reason I did this is because I'm fighting the PKs back now. I no longer want to just run and hide. I'm fighting back. And the alchemy gives me a lot more survivability, plus 8-minute strength pots really helps out when we're actually in the battle, in the throes of the battle. Plus, not having to disarm my axe to drink a health pot is very helpful. And now the lumberjacking part. Now I'm going to time-lapse this and push the video aside, but to show you that it's one continuous take. There's the hour, it starts counting down, and you'll know that it was one continuous shot. I didn't just doctor in the logs I needed. Let me kill this gargoyle real fast. And then while this is going on, I have a little bit more information for you. For this week's Easter egg, in honor of the lumberjack making tons of money, I'm giving away just a $500,000 check. Yes, the first person to come up to Sunshine PMA and say the name Paul Bunyan will get a $500,000 check. Yep, it's just the first person. And as always, once this Easter egg's been done, the first person to come up to Sunshine, I'll post a short on this, on the winner, so that you know this Easter egg no longer applies. Thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe if you like this content. And we'll just push that video up here. And while that's going on, let me give you a few little tips for dealing with PKs. The first off is to run a script kind of like this And it's just strength pot, heal pot, start a bandage, just everything you need so that when they run up on you and cast weaken, you're not about to die. Also, another good little thing is to have an arm and disarm macro set up for your axe, so that if they do disarm you, if it's a Dex or PK attacking you and they disarm you, you can get the axe back in your hand without having to try and find it. And additionally, when they just run up on you, you can hit your first script, then arm your axe, and then you're just ready to go with battle. You're not trying to find anything. Here is my first script. This one's bare bones. It's what I use most of the time, and it just runs. It just constantly is trying to chop wood. Now, if you want something a little bit more advanced, here, this big thing is more advanced of a script. However, whenever you move spots, you have to restart that script. And that's because it'll stop for recaptures and let you know when your spot's done. But with that, you don't get the continuous going like the first script. Now, another tip to help with PKs is once you broke your logging script, the next thing you want to do is get your rope ready. Now, you're like, why would I have my adventurer's rope ready? A lot of reasons. If they try and bottleneck you in an area like here in town, try and put a wall of stone here. If you already have your adventurer's rope, when you see them casting, you can click on the bridge and rope over before they even can put the wall down. And if the wall comes down after you throw the rope before you teleport, you'll still teleport to where you had sets before the wall was placed. It's just a good little tip because a lot of PKs will try and just wall of stone you, and while you're spinning on the outside of the wall going let me in, they kill you. Now with Andara it's not as bad because the guard zone starts way here. But for Cambria and other towns, it's just good to know. Also, if they cast Paralyze on you, you can still use your rope. So it gives you distance right before you hit that trap pouch. So not only are you still able to run hitting the trap pouch macro, but you've already started that distance that they won't be able to close. Now, let's check on this video, shall we? Hey, just so you know, this guy's house right here, this guy is a PK. He will port in and try and kill you. So, just so you're aware. But I'll be back to being small again. Then the third tip is scavengers. Yes, if you take a little bit of time and set up in your agents, specifically the scavenger one, kegs and barrels, stuff like that, you can, when running after a thief, they'll drop a keg on the ground. Your scavenger will automatically pick it up so you're not breaking your stride running after the thief. Alright, our 15 minutes are up, so let's stop the macro. We'll script and we'll run to town. Alright, chop the log so we have our totals. Put those away so a thief don't grab them. So, just looking at it real briefly, we got 1,629 regular wood, 33 dull wood, 44 shadow, 20 copper, 29 gold, 7 rose, 35 ver, and 38 val. And I'm only tier 13 harvest aspect. So if you multiply the 1629 times, let's see here, there's 15 minutes every hour, so multiply that by 4, gives you 6,500 boards, roughly. 6,500 boards times market price right now is about 12.5 a board, gives you 81,250,000 gold per hour just harvesting logs. But if you liked the video, please drop a like down below. Please subscribe if you like the content and want to see more. I'm currently trying to get to 100 subscribers, and when I do that, I'm going to start live streaming. I do hope you have a great rest of the day. Thanks for stopping in.